match up with the New York. This is Le'Veon Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And he takes it for the Panthers. Panthers. What a rumble that was. Not only a scoop.
From now on, the defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Taken about 7 yards deep. Five-yard line. 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. I think Le'Veon Bell is now recognized mainly for his hesitation move, but he makes so many people miss. I think that's what makes him an elite runner in this league.
He's been doing that since high school when he was a Groveport Cruiser in Ohio and on to Michigan State and out into the National Football League. Our former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Herndon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Down at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Short of the goal line.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets.
Rashad Perriman.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they hit him as he down to the turf. Incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Into the defense, you don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Herndon's got it complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Pharaoh Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
As they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are.
Penalty. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Panthers 7.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Powers through again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 36 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And he'll be brought. out right around the 37.
The second down pass. He's brought down.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Brings up
an incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The end result, 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New York ready to go again offensively. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he...
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football. And no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon.
Complete to Chris.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good hit.
And this will be caught at the 30. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Darnold to throw again. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Darnold from the red zone now. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Darnold from the gun. And he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Darnold's pass complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it's going to be second down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Bridgewater. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 10 yards.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And 10 at the 42.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Intended for Chris.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, McCaffrey.
At the 4-yard.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
On the carry.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and
a big play forthcoming. Here's Panthers 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the and he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Joey Slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking up over the middle with Herndon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A screen to Bell. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Catch by Le'Veon Bell, and in 2019, 66 catches, but just 461 yards. Both of those totals well short of his career highs. An important piece of any offense was his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brian Burns. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The give is to Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. 44. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 44 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the Jets, 30.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown is 4, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a pass complete to Hogan. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. This is McCaffrey on the give.
He was brought down at the 28.
And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and when things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.